Oh, baby! Cardiac Cats is back after so long, winning a Game 4 against the Tampa Bay Lightning, beating them 4-2 with the final 3 minutes of the game, scoring 3 unanswered goals against the Lightning in Game 4, and they take the 3-1 series lead, going back to Tampa to potentially finish it off on Wednesday. Cardiac Cats, baby, let's go! Woo! Oh man, they came from death to pull off a victory against the Lightning. It didn't look like things were going to go our way. Our shots were not going in, and when they do, they get called back for an offside. But Aaron Ekblad would not be denied. They wouldn't be denied. And 3-1 series lead over the Lightning. Go to Tampa, try to finish them off on the road. Wouldn't that be something? Boy, I'm gonna love it, and I'm so hyped for this one. All right. I think I got too excited there. A stunner. An absolute stunner. We played their game of what I like to call the 11-second rule. I'm totally joking. So if you hear a little bit of audio, the Heat game is still on. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to the Heat game no more. I think we knew what was going to come with that game, but I was so concentrated on this one because this game is far more important than the Miami Heat one. All right, Sergei Bobrovsky going up against Andrei Vasilevsky. It starts off with the face-off win for Florida. Both teams actually has 6 shot on goals in the first period, and both of them have a power play goal, which they didn't get a power play goal in. So it was a scoreless first period for both teams. A bunch of hits that come out from back and forth with each other. Hagel is back. You know, there'll be some feelings with him, which I know the feeling. Nick Perpix with a snapshot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Anthony Cirelli with the snapshot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Darren Radish with the snapshot stopped by Bobrovsky. Then there will be a penalty on Gustav Forsling after the Kucherov tries to snap it home. Forsling was, do a little slash onto Kucherov's stick, which it broke. And I guess that's a penalty, right? Because after all, Chris Rooney is on the call of the ice. So, power play for the Tampa Bay Lightning, killed off. Not even a shot attempt. So, actually, there was one. It was Kucherov, but he was blocked by Lo Serene. Penalties killed off. And then Nick Perpix with the holding call against Lo Serene. It was an easy call. Panthers going to power play. During this power play, there was a shorthanded chance from Charnak. Kernak with the slap shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. And Rodriguez with the wrist shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky as well. And this power play is killed off. Emil Lillenberg with the slap shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Carter Verhaeghe with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. And Nico Mikkola with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. We'll talk about Mikkola when the time comes. I'm dealing with allergies, my God. But yeah, we go to the second period, scoreless. Scoreless in the game so far. So the Panthers win the face-off. J.J. Moser with the snapshot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Dmitry Kulikov with the slap shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. There was a penalty against Goncalves. There you go, I got it right. With the holding call against Evan Rodriguez. So the Panthers go on a power play, and this power play is killed off. There was no shot on goal of this one. There was a shot attempt or two, but they couldn't do much with this power play. But Panthers are knocking on the door, though. Gustav Forsling with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. Barkov tries to one-time it, but that was stopped by Vasilevsky. But 9:06 into the second period, we do get a goal. He is assisted by Lo Serene. That's his first assist of the playoffs. And Brad Marchand's second assist of the playoffs. And off the wrist shot, you leave him wide open, that's going to hurt Vasilevsky. It's Anton Lundell with his first goal of the playoffs, and it's 1-0 Florida. So far. Excuse me. Excuse me. So 1-0 Florida at this point. Brayden Point with a snapshot of the failed bank attempt. Sam Bennett with the wrist shot that was stopped by Brayden Point. Brayden Point tried to do a little response on Sam Bennett, but that was stopped by Bobrovsky. And at 11:23 into the second period, this is a huge talking point. And then with that being said, the grudge and the rivalry would be more lifted onto Brandon Hagel. And Brandon Hagel was laid waste on Aaron Ekblad. And I'll say this with Aaron Ekblad, when you have the forearm sharp like this, that should have been a penalty. I agree. I'm gonna be an adult here to say that was a pretty stupid thing to do. If you're going to hit Brandon Hagel, you got to do it where you got to have the shoulder to shoulder like this. Aaron Ekblad did this. Like he was going to make that shove, and then the extension of the arm towards Brandon Hagel. Brandon Hagel would not come back for the rest of the game. So, and the odd thing is, Aaron Ekblad was not called for a penalty at this one. Not even a 5-minute major, not even a 2-minute minor. So, according to John Cooper, he got away with it. And as a guy who's been through karate and refereeing, I would have made that call, no doubt about it. I would have made that call for like roughing or unnecessary conduct, unsportsmanlike conduct, I should say. But yeah, Aaron Ekblad got away with it, and that really pissed off the Lightning because the Lightning, they scored not one but 2 goals in 11 seconds apart. Shell-shocking the Florida Panthers. I was shell-shocked. I couldn't believe it. So, Perplex with the wrist shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky, but then rebound to Lilleberg, and then Mitchell Shaffey, that they would get that goal in. He would tie it up. Perplex got his first assist, and Lilleberg also got his first assist of the playoffs. Shaffey with his first goal of the playoffs to tie it up for the Lightning, but not done there. From the face-off to Gunsell to Eric Kernack, and he takes the lead instantly. Oh my God, I couldn't fucking believe it. I was so mad. I was so upset when that second goal gave up. Both of which got a first of the season. Actually, I lied. I'm wrong here. Gunsell got his third assist of the playoffs, but still, the one-timer goes to Kernack. With his first goal of the playoffs, it's a go-ahead goal. It's a go-ahead goal to make it 2-1 Lightning. And then they showed John Cooper, yelling at the players with the praise, saying that that's how you fucking do it or something like that. I don't know the exact words. I'm just making stuff up, but that's the gist of what John Cooper was saying, screaming at the players. But you're like, yeah, that's how you fucking do it. All chirped up, all angry and all that stuff. And the Lightning have a 2-1 lead and just completely shell-shocking the crowd and shell-shocked me as well. And yeah, so we move on from that one. And so, there it is. 138-83. Jesus Christ, Miami Heat. 138-83. Jesus Christ. We'll talk about that later on. By the time this video is done and I put it up, I'm going to be watching the Marlins game, so the 2 recaps are going to be happening later tonight, over in the midnights, of course. If you're sleeping, that's fine. You can wake up and you can watch those videos then. But we're talking about this game right now. All right, so Victor Hedman with the slap shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Gustav Forsling with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. And Hannibal TV was really asking, what the hell? Why is there... There we go. He was just shell-shocked and just asking, how the hell did this happen? And I just can't find an answer to that. The defense kind of imploded. Gustav Forsling tries a wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. Barakov with the backhand that was stopped by Vasilevsky. Dmitry Kulikov with the one-timer, which was stopped by Vasilevsky. A shot attempt for Verhaeghe, missed it high wide to her right. And we go to the third period, down 2-1. So that's bad news for the Panthers, or so we thought. There was some pushing and shoving from these point forward. All right, so third period starts, and Nico Mikula laid waste on Zemgus Gargenshins. which that penalty would be served for AJ Greer. So Gergenchis hits Mikula. Then Mikula hits him right back, right? But so the thing is, Gergenchis was already on his knees on the ice. And then Mikula with that second hit towards Gergenchins, that completely flattened him on the boards. And that's just, I mean, if you want to talk frustrations, maybe, but you still have a chance. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. You still have a chance to make this comeback and potentially win. So I don't see the reason why you would do that, such an idiotic thing on Gergensen's. Not only that, it hurts the Panthers, but you're done for the game. You might get suspended for the next game, man. Because he gets a 5-minute major. That was confirmed, which is unfortunate. But Nico Mikula was ejected from the game. He got a game misconduct from this. So he's gone. AJ Greer is serving the penalty. And why are you doing it? Why'd you do that for? Thankfully, though, this power play was killed off. Only one shot on target within 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 56 seconds into this 5-minute major. Only Victor Hedman with the slash shot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. And some of the shots were blocked off by our defense with Gustav Forsling and Anton Lundell. Those were just absolutely great position of the defense to get it in, to get that away from the Lightning. But then Braden Point with the high stick against Lo Serena, he goes down on the ice looking for blood, no blood. So it's a 2-minute minor for Braden Point. So the Panthers, a little bit for 4-on-4, then they go on the power play. And they would score on this power play. And at that time, it was really good, right? We were cheering. It's 2-2 Panthers. Aaron Ekblad gets that goal in. But they were offside. They were offside for a while. Referee didn't see it, so Cooper challenged it. It looked like Kachuk was offside with Bennett, and I forgot who was. I forgot who else was there, but yeah, they were offside. They didn't call it offside initially, but the play was offside, so that goal was disallowed for offside, which was unfortunate. But like I said, Aaron Ekblad would not be denied. But anyway, this power play is killed off. Lundell with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. Chernak with the backhand, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Gunsel, and off the rebound to Ryan McDonough with the snap shot and the slap shot, both of which were saved by Bobrovsky. Ryan McDonough again with the snap shot. Bobrovsky has this. He was stopping the puck. Victor Hedman with the snap shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. You know, there was those fights there and there. Things were not looking good for the Panthers. And the whole community, right? The whole X community was beginning to get very frustrated, and it's just a bad feeling. They all of a sudden they were reminded of the 2022 series with the Lightning. But the last video, I specifically said to folks, make this like the Tampa Bay Lightning's 2021 postseason, but in reverse for our favor. That's what we are looking for. Now, with 3 minutes and some left, they had to dig deep. The Reinhardt's tip-in was stopped by Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky was stopping every puck. He is becoming prime Vasilevsky once more. Reinhardt was robbed again. Reinhardt was again robbed. But finally, 16-13 into the third period. Not only he gets an assist by Reinhardt, that's his third assist. He didn't snap it. He did wrist it. He did wrist it. He did wrist it home. It was more of a chip over Vasilevsky. And this goal counts, and Aaron Ekblad would not be denied. He remembers the goal that was disallowed. He gets his first goal of the playoffs. It's tied 2-2. And then, 11 seconds later, just like what the Tampa Bay Lightning did to us, we played their game. 11 seconds later, another defenseman scored, and it's a game winner, a go-ahead goal from Seth Jones. That somehow got into the back of the net. He's assisted by Brad Marchand. That's his third assist at the playoffs. And Anton Lundell's first assist at the playoffs. Anton Lundell should get a star of the game with 1 goal, 1 assist. But snapshot is Seth Jones, and a defenseman who I criticized for a while. He gets a game-winning goal against the Lightning. First goal of the playoffs, and it's a huge goal. 11 seconds after the Aaron Ekblad goal. Leaving Lightning shell-shocked, just like what they did to us. Jake Edsel with the snapshot that hit the post. Victor Hedman with the snapshot that was robbed by Bobrovsky. Andrei Vasilevsky had no choice but to get off the ice. They put an extra attacker on for the Lightning. And finally, we shut the door. Barkov gets his 4th assist in the playoffs. Off the wrist shot. Verhaeghe with his first goal of the playoffs. And he ends this game for the Florida Panthers. That's your final score. 4-2 Panthers. Cardiac Cats is back. Winning this game 4-2 after losing 2-1 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds approximately, right? I'm so proud of these guys. Now, one more win to get past the Lightning to get back to the second round for the 3rd straight season. There was a shot attempt from our Panthers player that was wide, completely by the right side of the goal net. They were getting blocked, but Lightning just didn't have a chance to get back in. The wrist shot went wide, and the Panthers would get that win. 4-2 over the Lightning. So proud of these guys, man. When we look at the team stats, 23 shots on target for the Panthers, 20 shots on target for the Lightning. They have 46 hits against the Lightning, couple of which one of them was resulted in a penalty. But yeah, man, they're not fooling around. They will try to win it in Wednesday. 28 hits for the Lightning, 25 faceoff wins for the Panthers, 27 faceoff wins for the Lightning. Penalties. Both teams with 3 penalties, but one of them was resulted in the 5-minute major. And this is a 17 penalty minute night for the Panthers because of the misconduct from Nico Mikkola. 6 penalty minutes for the Lightning. So 3 power plays for the Panthers. They got nothing out of this one. And 2 power play opportunities for the Lightning. It was a 5-minute major, and one of them did not get anything as well. 20 block shots for the Lightning, 11 block shots for the Panthers, 3 takeaways for the Panthers, 1 takeaway for the Lightning, 12 giveaways for the Lightning, and 11 giveaways for the Panthers. Okay, it's 10:03 p.m. I'm gonna see if there's stars of the game. For this game, I don't know if there are. Let me see real quick. What just happened? Yeah, man, the Panthers. Okay, so no stars of the game. No stars of the game quite yet. So, all right, bold prediction time. So 1 star, I think it should go to Seth Jones for a game winner. 2 stars, Sergei Bobrovsky with 2 stars. And 3 stars, I would give it to Anton Lundell for 1 goal, 1 assist to start off everything. But they might give it to the Lightning player for 1 of the stars. And that's your recap. Game 4 recap is in the books. Let's go, Panthers! All right, man, that's good to do with this one. If you like this one, hit the like button, subscribe for content, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on for 2 videos. One is upsetting, and hopefully this one, the Marlins game, we hear some good news. All right, that's good to do it, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on. Good night, everybody.